all started, like we said, when we met the devil incarnate. And we say that because if you are familiar with narcissists, with narcissistic personality disorder, not people who are narcissistic. That's completely different. We might even be a little that. We're an addict, okay? Most addicts are a little narcissistic. We're talking about somebody who is diagnosably detached from their conscience, who has a inability to examine how they emotionally affect other people. And we fell for the whole thing. Essentially, I guess they say we fell in love with ourself, because what a narcissist does is mirrors you so that you see the traits you like in you in them, you like them, you fall for them. And that is textbook, looking back, how this whole damn thing unveiled. It's like unraveled, we should say. It was almost like it was a setup from the very beginning. From the fact that she was living directly across the street from our wife, from our ex-wife, 7-year high school sweetheart that we left in 2017. Well, this woman's family lived right across the street on Adams Road. Well, why is that important? Because you're talking to Cameron Adams. You better recognize. Yeah, so they lived on Adams Road. She worked at the corner of the highway and Cameron Road. Okay? She lived on Adams Street, worked on Cameron Road. We met for the first time at the 432 Club. What's the 432 Club? Well, the 432 is the address. 432 Langley. Langley is Liberalville on Weirdbee Island there. 25, 30 miles north of Seattle. And we were in a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, and we shared about a rewarding experience of giving back and having a conscience. And little did we know that the woman that we would ultimately have a son with, her first experience with us was listening to this story about how we were trying to be a good person. You can't make this shit up, all right? Red flags. She had 2 kids already. One of them was like 15, okay? She's an older woman. And different dads. And then we found out, of course, that she had another kid that she called her brother, that she was 15 or 16 when she had, and her parents raised. And then we find out that her parents at one point filed for full custody, claiming that she was mentally incompetent for raising children. We should have woken up to all these signs, but we didn't, okay? We were 4 months sober, and we were in love with this older woman. Maybe we found love in ourselves, for sure. We found some sort of romantic infatuation at the very least. But as time went on, it proved to be difficult to coexist with her and her children in this tiny house. She ultimately said that her parents were kicking her and her kids out, and she moved in with us in this tiny little house. 6 months later, we relapsed on heroin. That was nobody's fault but our own, but it did happen. She moved out. We got sober again. Somehow, we took each other back. And that was after a series of very, very unfortunate events, including, but not limited to, me hurling a chair across the room and hitting her leg. She was by the door, and this was after hours of telling her to leave because we were having a manic episode. We hurled the chair, and it really did some damage. We also got in a fight when we threw cold water on her in the shower. She came out in our sound studio, our recording studio is right there, where she's spraying the shower head all over everything. So we run in there and we wrestle it from her, and she wouldn't give it to us. You know, she's bare naked in the shower. We're standing outside the shower wrestling. It's a big ass shower head. We get it. When we get it, we chuck it at her, and it hit her in the face. Not what we were trying to do at all, but, you know, no buts. However, we were completely manic, and she will not admit it, but, you know, she called us a faggot again, and she knows how to get under our skin. And when she keeps poking the bear and the bear lashes out, well, now all we have to talk about is the bear accident. We don't have to talk about the antagonizing and provoking the bear to the point that the bear did what a bear does. And that happened, over and over and over. And that was partially why we put up with the fact that we never got an apology from her. We never felt like she actually provided an honest admission of wrongdoing for a single thing. Probably because she really didn't recognize how she was ever wrong. But we let ourselves get frustrated, act out, then we felt guilty, we'd apologize, and we'd make it more about our reaction than about the actual cause. Well, in about year 2, of course, she would accuse us of gaslighting. We didn't know what that was. We didn't know what a narcissist was. And looking back, these were all the things that she was doing, the things that she was and the things that she was doing to us. And then after talking with her ex-fiance, who told us some pretty insane stories and confirmed the fact that this woman's very spiritually sick. After talking with the father of one of her other boys and hearing exactly what we thought we would hear, and after seeing her behave the same way when she got knocked up, less than a year after she kicked us out, she gets knocked up by this other guy. And before their kid is even born, this guy tries to kill himself. She's posting all online about how he's a survivor and how he's so strong he didn't do it. And I think it was like the week before his daughter was born. And that's our son's little sister. And within a month, less than a month later, you can see this make-believe woman posting the same nasty things about this man that she posted about us just a year prior. And this is less than a month that she was making posts glamorizing, glorifying him for being a survivor and for being such a good guy and for being the dad that I wasn't, of course. And then, less than a month later, he's a narcissistic, self-entitled, indulgent piece of living. Same damn word she used to describe us. Now, if that doesn't go to detract away from the validity of her allegations against us, what the will, okay? This woman didn't enter a single exhibit in court. When she filed for the restraining order and the order of protection, and the damn thing's been extended twice. Our son's gonna be 4 years old next year. We haven't been allowed to even talk to him on the phone or see a picture of him legally since he was 8 months old. Our parents and paternal side of the family is now ostracized because they refuse to ostracize me. You see, make-believe women and make-believe men, they're all foolish. We didn't know exactly what a narcissistic personality disorder driven individual is like. We had no idea. We have went through years now of therapy. Well, yeah, over a year, 2 years of therapy. We have a clinical psychologist. We don't take any, antipsychotics because we're not crazy. We're not. We were pushed to the brink of insanity when the woman that we trusted with our life, we trusted with our love, we trusted with our son, would look us dead in the eye and say, Cameron, I'm really worried about you. You don't remember that happening? I think something might really be wrong. I mean, you should remember that. This is not good. And she's referencing something that never happened. Or the times when she would look just deadly serious. Cameron, that never happened. What are you talking about? You're sick. You're sick, Cameron. That never happened. And she's talking about something that we goddamn well know for sure happened. But because we respected, because we allowed ourselves to be influenced so heavily by this individual, it would get to the point when she could convince us that we didn't see something. We had given our power away, and it almost killed us. And it is putting our son in jeopardy every damn day. We worry and pray. She takes him to an autistic school. She had him diagnosed as autistic before he was even 17 months old. Maybe it was because 8 months, 7 months ago, you took his dad away. Maybe that's why he was acting a little different. Oh no, it's because he's autistic, or maybe it's because he has a learning disability like your daughter does, because you smoked so much weed while you were pregnant, and you took over 6 different kinds of medications while you were pregnant. Or did you drink? We have no idea. You didn't drink with our son, at least not when we were around, but we couldn't get you to quit smoking weed. In fact, you'd lie to our face telling us you were only smoking CBD weed, when indeed, we remember one day, because we were living in an Oxford house, recovery house, we can't smoke weed, we would get thrown out. Okay, if that's CBD weed, we can smoke some. We grabbed your pipe, loaded some in there, we're about to smoke it, and she took it from us. And yeah, exactly, because it's not just CBD weed. Now, we could have an intelligent, articulated adult conversation about whether or not it is harmful or risky, but the fact that goes out the window the second that you decide to be deceitful. The second that you decide to tell me something that's not true like it is true, and double, triple, quadruple down when you can see that it's negatively affecting me. That is abuse. It is torment. It is psychological torture. We underwent some of the most insane psychological torture, and never got a single admission of guilt. To this very day, we had to see posts of this woman claiming that we abused her kids, claiming we abused our own son. Then she claimed that our son was the product of... She insinuated that our son was the product of that R word. Just every damn dirty thing that you could do or say, she has done or said. Except that she never said we molested him. Thank God for that, but we're surprised she hasn't. Maybe just because it's not believable. I don't know. But she said everything that she could possibly say to drag our name through the dirt. And you can scour. We've talked truth. We've talked men's rights, father's rights, narcissism, manipulation, refrigerator mother. We've talked about it. We've talked about a lot of stuff. We've never insulted the mother of our child. We've never talked shit about the mother of our child. We've never retaliated against the mother of our child, though Lord knows we could. Instead, we pray for our son. We pray that the truth will come out. We pray